Look, everyone online tells you to do it. Quit your job. Be your own boss. Escape the 9 to 5. And honestly, a year ago, I listened. I quit my job to start my own business. The honeymoon trap. And I'm not gonna lie to you. You get this amazing honeymoon phase for a month or two. You wake up, realize you don't have to drag yourself to work, and you feel completely free. But that feeling is a trap. Because the second your budget gets a little low and you realize you actually have to lock in, your brain starts playing tricks on you. Today, I want to just talk to you about the 4 psychological traps that almost ruined my first year, and exactly how you can hack your brain to beat them before your savings account hits 0. Chapter 1. The Mind, the Sleep Cycle Collapse. The first trap waiting for you is in your mind. The total collapse of your routine. Let me give you some context. I used to work as a warden. My life was strict, military-level clockwork. I was up at 6:30 a.m., and by 10:30 p.m., my body was practically shutting down. Then, suddenly, my schedule was completely empty. I was living with a friend who had been self-employed for 5 years. He woke up at 10 a.m. and worked until midnight, so naturally, I just copied his routine. And it absolutely destroyed me. Here's the psychology behind it. When your brain is used to high discipline, giving it total freedom doesn't make it relax. It actually makes it panic. I would lay in bed at 2 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wide awake. To beat this level, I had to hack my own environment. I moved in with a friend who still worked a normal day job, and I used his alarm clock as my anchor. When he woke up, I woke up. If your sleep schedule is completely wrecked right now, remember this. You cannot fix your bedtime. You can only fix your wake-up time. It doesn't matter if you lay awake until 4 a.m. If you set your alarm for 7 a.m., you get up at 7 a.m. Once your wake-up time is strictly locked in, your body will eventually force your sleep rhythm to follow. Chapter 2. The Body, the Physical Shift. That leads right into the second trap, the body. When you leave a normal job, your body's old baseline just disappears. For me, because my business is digital, my commute became the 3 steps from my bed to my desk. I got stuck in this desktop orbit, where I barely moved all day. But maybe your business is completely different. Maybe you are opening a physical shop, running around sourcing materials, or driving between clients. The trap is that your physical rhythm gets replaced by whatever your new business demands. You have to actively fight to find a new balance. If you are stuck at a desk all day like I was, you have to treat moving around like a daily side quest. Go for a walk. Or, at the very least, step away from the glowing rectangle to cook your own meals. And if your business has you constantly on the move, you have to actively force yourself to pause and reset. You just can't let the business totally dictate your body's schedule. Chapter 3. The Circle, the Social Ghosting. Then there is the third trap, your social circle. During that honeymoon phase I mentioned, you might be going out all the time. You want to celebrate being an entrepreneur. Maybe you even buy a round of drinks. But trust me, man, you can't keep doing that. Eventually, your friends want to go out, you look at the price of the restaurant, and your stomach just drops. You wish you could join them, but you actually can't. So, you start making excuses. You leave yourself behind just to avoid spending money you don't have. And your friends, they just think you're acting weird or pulling away. To beat this trap, you have to change how you hang out, without cutting out your friends. You need their emotional support, but you also need a clear head and good energy. Skip the expensive Friday nights out. Go play some soccer at the park. Or grab a cheap six-pack of beer and talk about your business ideas. Invite your friends over to cook a meal together. Or just have a movie night in your living room. A quality moment with the people you care about does not require an expensive bill at the end of the night. Chapter 4. The Wallet, the Financial Clock. But let's talk about the biggest, ugliest truth of all. The wallet. If you planned ahead, maybe you saved up a year of living expenses. That's what I did, but let me tell you, that year evaporates terrifyingly fast. Suddenly, your runway is almost out, and the money still isn't showing up. This is the part the internet gurus conveniently leave out. You might have to borrow money from family. You realize this is a straight-up do-or-die situation. Think about it. At a 9-to-5, you would never agree to work 12 hours a day for zero pay. You would walk out immediately. But when it's your own thing, you are willing to work like a dog for free, not even a bone you've got. Because you are the only safety net you have. That pressure is heavier than any boss. The reality check. So, if you haven't quit your job yet, I want you to sit down and ask yourself, what is your actual plan? How long can you survive on your savings alone? Do not jump without a plan B. Even if your plan B is doing freelance work or accepting the reality that you might have to go back to a regular job for a while. And listen to me, crawling back to a 9-to-5 isn't a failure. It is just a reset. Build an income stream that covers your meals first. Once your survival is locked in, then you can freely build your empire. It is a brutal, exhausting game. But if you go in with your eyes open, protect your routine, and keep your friends close, it might just be the best thing you ever do. Which of these traps hits you the hardest? Or are you still in the honeymoon phase? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.